And that means it's time for another episode of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And today we gotta start off on a rather sad note. We've lost another legend in the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
This past Tuesday, Jerry Jarrett, longtime promoter, has passed away.
Very long time promoter.
Father of Hall of Famer Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. And I mean, I was questioning whether, Jeff would come out, but hey, professionalism.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, I mean, that family probably lives by the motto, the show must always go on.
Absolutely. I think Jerry would have wanted it that way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tributes coming out from him, I mean, even from The Rock and everybody else. So a lot of people had a lot of respect for Jerry.
They had a lot of impact on the wrestling business.
Oh yeah.
For years and years.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot. So, it was just, I'll give it up to him. I mean, I give it up to Jeff Jarrett and showing the professionalism and also, a little side note, being able to still stick with the show after, before his match even started with the Acclaimed even.
Oh, yeah.
Because before they even come out, I said, he better not. He better not say something about his dead. And he did.
He did.
And Jeff Jarrett just gave the, here we go,
But we're gonna get into that match as we get into the weekly recap.
Yes, sir.
We're getting our formula down for this stuff. So today's weekly recap, we'll start with Monday Night Raw.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. So Raw. So what I'm saying is do you want? I think I want to start with this Rhodes Sammy promo.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, killer promo.
Yeah, and I kind of like they really was trying to sell it though that they was really going to see Sammy at Mania.
Man, I tell you what, when we're going to talk about Elimination Chamber big time here in a little bit, but
very good Pilly, by the way.
There was times when I thought they're about to swerve on us.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did too because
good stuff.
We were trying to watch it on the fly, and that was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy Saturday night, last night. So, but the way they did it and sold it out, but that led to, of course, the Rhodes Corbin fight.
Oh yeah. Old Baron Corbin ran his mouth about the Rhodes family. That's not a smart thing to do.
And can we just say how Rhodes didn't even have his wrestling attire on? He went out there in dress suits, pants, shoes, everything else, and he always gives up a good show.
Yeah. He went out there and unfortunately kind of made Baron Corbin look pretty weak again.
It's just like second week.
Yeah.
It's Corbin's been on this losing streak for
too long.
A while now.
And like we talked about, I think that at this point the best thing for him to do is probably get away from WWE and reinvent himself.
Yeah. Some people have to do that. Man, I really the Street Profits Judgment Day. I didn't really catch a lot of it, but
it was a good match. Again, we're talking about the Raw right before an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, so all your stuff is already set. Your Elimination Chamber matches and stuff, there's not a lot that you're going to add to fuel those matches. It's already going to be an exciting match.
Still trying to figure out where they're going with this whole Judgment Day thing. Just with Rhea and what who was it? I had something. I forgot what I was going to say. But I was talking about not Judgment Day, Street Profits. Man, but we'll recap on that on the chamber. We're just going to run through this weekly roundup real quick, and because we got a lot to talk about with the chamber.
My only other big takeaway from Raw, we did have the contract signing for the
of course
Bobby Lashley Brock Lesnar match.
Still don't know where the point of all that was.
That was, I say, a typical contract signing, but it was a little different, seeing how Bobby didn't come to the ring. He set up his own table, so there was a little bit different.
Set out his own table in the very back. Piper, Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Hey.
They had a good match. Once again, Piper Niven shows up like she's been doing since she returned.
Give Piper more airtime. That's all I'm asking for.
Absolutely.
She deserves it. Did you catch the three-way? Becky?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. Them women know how to really just put on a show. I never have a couple women, but the ones that really into it, you could just tell they go out there and they do the same thing. And I got a little side note later about Bailey that I want to bring up.
Right. And the last thing, my last call out for Raw, I'll say, was Miz TV.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
The Miz and Rollins.
Hey, we need a pair of those boots. We need to get us some of those shoes. That is hands down facts.
I don't know who's giving Seth Rollins fashion advice, but sometimes they're on, and sometimes they need to go back to whatever planet they came from.
Yeah, hey, give Mr. Rollins the credit though to be able to come out there and do it. Wouldn't miss saying your Mario Brothers shoes.
Oh man,
he killed him on that.
It don't matter what he's wearing. He comes out and he just rocks it and really shows it off.
Yeah. All right. Let's. We want to jump on down to SmackDown. We want to stick with WWE, and then we'll jump over to the other.
Yeah, we can do that.
I think we was both saying we really didn't really catch a lot from SmackDown. We had Gunther, Madcap.
Gunther and Madcap Moss. That was a good match. Gunther still Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
But he had to work for it.
Madcap put on a show.
He definitely had to work for it.
I think too it was more of a fact that he really wasn't used to a person like Madcap all hyped up and I think him and old Bugs would make a great tag team, man. Both of their energy and both of their style is exactly almost the same. I think they would make a great tag team in the future. But we'll get to your boys now. But no, we'll say I was so blessed. I was so glad to hear Hit Row come out and rap their song about Canada.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
There's only one segment better than that in the whole show. I'll talk about it here in a minute.
Oh, Lord.
It actually did lead into one of the best segments on the show, though, because Bray Wyatt came and saved us from that.
Oh, Mr. and Uncle Howdy, too.
Bray and Uncle Howdy. And oddly enough, came out and challenged the winner of Brock and Bobby Lashley.
So we'll have Bray, Bobby.
So kind of weird. I'm not sure where that's headed. I don't believe he said I've got the winner at WrestleMania or what. So I'm not real sure where we're headed.
Just told him to run.
Yeah. I told the winner they should run.
Yeah.
So not real sure where we're headed down that road.
I don't know.
Tell with Bray.
Yeah, just out of the blue, I want to fight the winner of Brock and Bobby. So that's another that's Bray though. He's going to leave us. Oh, yeah. He's going to leave us in suspense, and he's going to probably give the winner of that match hell. Yeah. Up until the match, have them scared, shitless again. So
and then we had a match of the night. We had a tag team match. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Oh wait.
Womp womp womp.
Somebody wrote that down wrong. That was worst of the night.
Worst of the night. Oh.
And the crowd agreed.
Everybody agreed. All across the internet, all across the world.
And it feels like they're setting up for them to win those women's tag titles at WrestleMania, which nobody wants to see.
God, I hope not, man.
Triple H, are you listening? No one wants that.
No, nobody wants the, quite frankly, let's just be honest. Nobody wants to see Ronda. I mean, it's not even about putting the titles. I mean, I think Ronda has made Shayna worse.
Yeah.
And I think, and deep, Shayna's, because Shayna even looks like a different woman. I think deep down, it's it could be deeply affecting her because she's like, my career is going down the toilet right now.
I don't even like the way they play off each other on the mic. I mean, and Shayna, I've seen, her NXT run and stuff, and I know she's got, I mean, her mic skills, she's blunt and to the point. It's not flashy or nothing, but it's not so forced.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing feels like.
It's like Ronda
they're being forced down my throat.
Ronda does hers, and it's like she writes it down. She's like that actress who studies her lines the day before. You know what I mean? And she comes out and she's just trying to remember what she said, because half the time you can't even understand what she says. She'll be in Baltimore and she'll say Cleveland, and it's like, but she tried to make some points to some of the crowd because they were booing her bad, and they were like, "Oh, you can't do it, man. Just please, what has Ronda got on the WWE. I'd like to see a part of her contract because that is just
Yeah, right.
man. I don't understand what's going on because there's plenty of more women entertainers there who would gladly who deserve the airtime over her. I mean, we could go on and on. I mean, I just said one of them. Piper would be a great one. I mean, and you just go on and on with the women, but I'm just glad I would just get that over with. And yeah, no more Rhonda, you know. But let's see how maybe she can be a commentator. Or we send her down to NXT for about a year or two.
Performance center.
Yeah, just have her training. I mean, I think that's the thing. She just went straight from MMA to wrestling, and it was like training on what is it, on-site training.
Yeah.
You know.
And her first few things, you know, it's like, okay, well, she's MMA and she hasn't been doing this, so it's fine. It's fun to watch. It's interesting because she had a reputation.
Yeah.
But it's gotten to the point where there's a lot she needs to work on, and instead of doing that, we're just gonna push it down our throats.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump ship. Or do you want to? You got something to say?
We ended SmackDown with a big promo from Sammy.
Yeah.
Almost didn't get to talk because Montreal.
What was that like? Probably like almost close to 17 minutes of applause.
I'd probably say it was probably 8 minutes. I didn't have a timer or nothing, but I'm guessing 8 minutes of just screaming.
I think Sammy was even like at one point, okay, we got to do this. We got to get that.
Kind of chilling in the ring, like, okay.
We got
things to say, people.
Of course, that led over to the next day too, but you know.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I really like Sammy though.
But yeah, so now we'll jump straight over to AEW Dynamite.
My favorite.
What happened on Dynamite?
We had the Texas Tornado.
Yeah, well, we opened the show with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah,
which was surprising since 24 hours before that, you know, he lost his dad. But we had talked about that. That's what his dad would have said.
Show must go on.
Get your ass out there.
Yeah,
you can't sit here and wallow over me. Mm-hmm. You already signed a contract to put on this show.
Right.
Get out there.
All right. I mean, that's the Jarrett name.
But Jeff is a promoter in his own right. I mean,
yeah, he is.
He's you know, he learned from him and so he knows.
Yeah, he traveled all around with his dad and everything else growing up. So I'm pretty sure he knows he had to. I think he was saying Jerry's wife or something like that. It told Jeff. I kid him. It's too many J's in that name. Jerry, Jeff. It's you know, he had to, you got to go. You got to do it. Yeah. We can grieve after the show. We can grieve when you get home. Right. So let's get this over with, and we'll have the funeral.
He hit that show, and he never missed a beat.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you couldn't even tell he was in pain, but that's because he was in front of the crowd that loves him, doing what he loves. So
even though they boo you, they love you.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You know.
I can, as long as he doesn't go back to wearing that old white.
Oh God, with the cowboy hat,
everything he used to wear, I'm gonna cheer for Jarrett.
Oh Lord,
go back to that. I'm gonna have to travel and find him and be like, dude, no, please.
I still remember that promo he cut. I still remember that promo he cut here in Nashville, on Music Row, where he was going to the different music industries trying to get, and he was driving that Cadillac, and he was trying to get a record deal. Do you remember that at all? That's when I think it was when he was first making his run back with WW. I think it was still at WWF. It was a long time. Okay. I mean, this was before Nashville even really blew up the way it did. That's how little it was. They were just driving up and down the road, and he was walking into record labels and stuff like that. And
I think I'm remembering now.
If you ever have a chance, look it up. It's one of the funniest things that Jeff Jarrett's ever done, man. I'm just telling you.
Let's see. Yeah, that led right into the Texas Tornado match, which we talked last week. Was pretty excited about because you just don't see Texas tornadoes.
Man. I liked it. I did. Oh, yeah. I did. And
had Preston Vance kind of returning a favor on Mox because it's either last year or maybe 2021.
Yeah,
they fought and he busted Preston Vance open.
Didn't he do something with his arm too? Didn't he put him on the shelf?
He may have,
because I heard something about a chair. I don't remember that match, but I was reading about it. Something about a chair. But yeah, hey, that all around, dude. But all four put on a show. But I like Rush. I like Roosh too.
Yeah, Roosh is really starting to grow. He's definitely, I would say, needs a mouthpiece. And I'm not just because of not strong in the English, but I mean, he needs a mouthpiece.
Yeah, I get
And
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Everybody use a good one. But what did we have? Was Dynamite Hangman
uh,
or was that Rampage?
Hangman,
No, that was Dynamite, Hangman, and
yeah,
Kip.
Kip Sabian, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it right there.
Yeah. I was watching. That was also.
But I'm liking Kip Sabian more and more every week.
I know. I like his style.
That kid can go in the ring.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I do too.
Glad he's not just sitting out with a bag on his head anymore.
Right?
I don't know what was up with that, and they never really went anywhere with it. He just eventually popped back up.
Yeah, I guess he was just trying to hide the whole hair color change or whatever. But I don't know. They don't tell him where they go with it. But, what do we got next for?
We had MJF come out and cut a promo again, and he brought out Christopher Daniels to bury Bryan Danielson because they had quite the rivalry back in the day.
Oh yeah,
that backfired.
Yeah,
and I believe, I won't say it's an exact quote, but I believe Christopher Daniels told MJF that Bryan Danielson was going to knock his dick in the dirt.
Oh yeah.
I believe may not be a direct quote, but it's real close.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels' eyes just is.
Oh man, I had to look that up. Looking at that eye, I was like, "What is going on with Christopher Daniels' eye?"
You told me about it, and I read it.
And that was he said it doesn't affect his vision at all. It's basically a stain from the blood that got into it from an injury.
I think he said, "Well, this happened to me before," and it's like, good Lord, man. I'm gonna be freaking out if my whole eye was blood.
Let's see.
What we got here?
We had Mark Briscoe back in the ring against Josh Woods.
Yeah, I liked it.
Never an issue seeing Mark Briscoe in the ring.
The thing I liked about that match is your Lucha Brothers coming out.
Yeah.
And I think it even took Mark Briscoe for a loop too, because he turned around like, "What the hell? The Lucha's helping a Briscoe?"
That you know what? That would make an interesting trios team because
I said, yeah,
Lucha's violence, Briscoe's violence.
Hey,
goes hand in hand.
They gotta do. They're going to have to do something. He's got to drop that title.
I don't know if they have anything else in common besides violence, but I mean that's kind of enough.
Well, you got the new episodes about to start at the end of the month for
Ring of Honor.
So they're still trying to decide what they're going to do with the titles. So. That's always a good thing to be keeping an eye on, but I don't know.
And let's see. Okay, we had Jungle Boy versus Brian Cage. That was a good match.
I don't think I caught that one.
Yep. Jungle Boy beat Brian Cage.
Yeah,
that was a good match. And as he's trying to leave, Christian returns.
Oh Lord, yeah. I know I didn't see it. I would have remembered that.
Yeah, Christian comes back, and of course he didn't. Trying to make sure I recall that right. I don't think he ever hit the microphone, but he come back and they mouthed at each other on the ramp, and then of course Christian attacked Jungle Boy, and had him on the ground before he revealed that his arms no longer hurt. He took the sling off, took the brace off. And, went back to beating on Jungle Boy.
Typical Christian.
So, well, now that Christian's no longer injured, we'll get to see that little rivalry.
This has been going on for a while.
Well, he ended his stuff with Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
So they can move on from that, but he never got to beat Christian because of his arm injury.
Yeah.
He was legit hurt, right? He's healed, so he's back. So they can end this rivalry.
Yeah. I just thought it had been going on like a while. I was like, man, the whole hook. I mean, the whole Jungle Boy thing is good, But
yeah,
all right.
So, real fast, we'll finish Dynamite, jump to Rampage, and then get into Elimination Chamber.
Yes, sir.
But last thing on Dynamite was Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker versus Toni Storm.
I love me some Britt Baker. I'm not going to lie.
That match was good stuff, and it pretty much ended how I kind of figured it would, with Ruby kind of in between and not knowing which direction she's going to go. She kind of doesn't want to go with Saraya and Toni Storm, but at the same time, she kind of does.
I think she'd be a better fit with Saraya and Toni.
I think she's going to end up with.
I don't see her being a part of that whole Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter thing, because they're more. I'm not the people listening. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think that Ruby would fit better with them because that would be her lifestyle. You know what I mean? The way they dress and their appearance more than where Britt Baker and them were like the pretty, the diva type stuff. You know what I mean?
What I see, where I see it going is her, Britt Baker convincing her.
Yeah.
To that the other two are wrong and come with her.
Yeah.
But then essentially, Britt Baker, in a typical Britt Baker move, will backstab her.
I love Britt Baker.
And she'll end up going with Saraya and Toni.
Yeah, I wonder where this mystery, is that the same thing? Was that the same night that when the woman in the audience? Because I swear I've seen that woman somewhere before. When Saraya and Toni Storm pulled her over the thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
We'll be seeing her. Just remember we said this, everybody. We'll be seeing her soon.
Yep.
Then just jump to Rampage.
I only had two big takeaways on Rampage.
What was that?
Of course, the trios match.
Oh, it's great.
Which they brought the basketballs into,
and they implemented them too, man.
It was killer.
I liked it.
Anytime I get to see the Elite versus Top Flight and AR Fox, I'm all in.
6 great performers.
That's going to be a good match, guaranteed.
I swear it was a good match.
And then let's see, we had
your boy up against Daniel Garcia.
Oh yeah, Ricky Starks, of course.
Absolute baby.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I really wasn't a Starks fan. I'd watch him. But as I keep watching him, I'm like, hey, this dude's got some moves. This kid's got some moves, man.
Yeah, I didn't really get into him until he broke away from the Team Taz stuff.
Yeah, I vaguely remember all that.
He did the Team Taz, and of course him and Brian Cage, and that was good. Yeah. But once he broke away and he's doing his own thing and doing that, it's so much better. And it has nothing to do with the face and heel aspect of it, but he's been much better.
And I'll rephrase it. We talked about, I believe it was SmackDown, and we'll just say like the best thing of Rampage would have to be Jade Cargill against Vert Vixen.
Seriously, got to get that womp womp womp.
Hey, we need to hurry and get that womp 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 on our sound effects. Man, I swear.
Yeah.
She, for 2 minutes, is like, just read the internet. It's like, what are they doing with this girl, this woman? She's 53 and 0.
She's holding a title that, at this point, no one even really cares about.
Don't even talk about it.
We know Jade's going to come out, squash someone else in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes is way too much time to waste talking about Jade Cargill, let alone watching her.
Thank you. And until she does something even more better, I promise you we won't ever say it again.
Yeah, we'll not waste any more breath on that.
Right.
We'll go back to the end of Rampage with Dustin Rhodes versus Swerve Strickland.
Yeah. Okay.
Got a lot of I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Yeah, I liked it, and it's like I really liked the whole ending part or whatever. And we kind of knew it was coming, but I like Swerve, don't get me wrong. We talked about it. We don't know where this whole mogul thing is.
I think Swerve Strickland is one of the best out of today's wrestlers, if you really look at what he can do. I think mogul affiliates is one of the worst things going on in wrestling today.
Hands down, one of the worst decisions.
There's Parker Boudreaux and Trench are doing nothing for him, and he's not really going to be able to do anything for them.
Yeah. I haven't seen that dude Trench do. Is it Trench?
Yeah.
Trench? Okay.
Trench.
I haven't seen it, but I feel sorry for when I watch Parker. I do, Bordeaux. I literally feel sorry for it. It's like, dude, you have no business being in there. He's going to end up hurting someone. He can't even do a clothesline. He couldn't even get Dustin up.
Yeah.
Dustin, I guess Dustin mouthed it because I kind of read it. He was like, all right. And he had to get himself up, but play it like he's lifting him.
Right.
It's like, man, what are you doing? I mean, remember, he's next Brock Lesnar.
But again, so we don't waste too much breath on our people not worthy of it. I want to talk about Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Let's talk about...
What is he, 53?
53. Yep.
Let me just say, at 53, he is still a bad son of a bitch.
The most positive things that come out of that match, if you read over the internet, was how he put his own style on them crossroads and everything else, man. And they were nasty.
He was hitting them nasty crossroads. Man. He hit the code red. I'm not 53. I can't do the code red. I can just go ahead and tell you that now.
Right. Hey, I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm only 43, so I'm not even going.
I think I can do a splash off the top rope, maybe. I might pull something like that off.
Yeah.
That's just falling.
Man, he's been doing it for so long. If you think about it, he's probably been doing it for 30 plus years.
Yeah, and we've actually brought him up in a previous episode at the Goldust character. It takes an extreme professional to take a goofy ass gimmick like that and make something out of it, not just for 6 months.
Boy, he rode your gimmick. Boy, he rode that Goldust train for years.
I bet it's 20 years.
Yeah, it was.
It had to have been.
It had to have been. I mean, it wasn't something,
I watched Goldust fight Piper.
Yeah.
Watched Goldust join forces with Stardust.
I saw Goldust get his ass really kicked in the ring by Ahmad Johnson.
Yeah.
When he was supposed to fake do the fake kiss, or whatever, he was supposed to put his hand up and Dustin put his lips straight on him and kissed Ahmad Johnson tongue and all. Hey, dude got up and was really just, beating the hell out of Dustin for that.
I know in that 20 years there was a break where he went to TNA and was Black Rain.
Yeah.
And then quickly was back as Goldust. Thank God.
Yeah.
He had that run with Luna Vachon, which we actually was talking about the other night. Mention that again later. Which was a really weird, even weirder than Goldust.
Yeah.
He come out, he did the New Year's baby thing with her. A lot of weird stuff with her. But
oh God, I can't believe they got Cody behind that gimmick with the Stardust, Goldust and Stardust.
And I have to admit, I did for a minute think, that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
like it goes back to what we said. Okay, Baron, this is a proof point. Sometimes you got to leave, find yourself, come back, get it right, and you could be, you can be in this industry forever, man.
Yeah,
he just needs to find his groove, find his niche.
And I, like we said, I like Baron Corbin, and I really want to see him do that. I am fine if he leaves, go to TNA, go to AEW, go to Japan.
Yeah, you're right.
Recreate himself. Turn into something completely different. Come back and we can see him as WWE champion.
Hey, maybe. Easily. Or just go ahead and just grow the hair back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he needs that mojo back.
Yeah. He You gonna go on to Chamber?
Yeah, it's time to talk about the Elimination Chamber.
Sorry about that. I had to put my
because we still got a lot to talk about. We're going to get into, like we said, Japan. Mm-hmm. We got a lot going on over there and a lot of stuff that we're trying to get a hold on. So
yeah,
but let's talk about Elimination Chamber.
Oh man. You want to start with the women's?
Yeah,
I like that, man. Hey, that was those women, dude. Just I'm impressed, but more and more impressed every week by them, dude. Would they give them a B on that? I'd agree with that. I agree with that.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, great. B- actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally agree with it.
We really got a kick out of Nikki Cross. she come to that ring just excited to be in this violent structure.
I know.
It was great.
And sitting down inside the chamber.
She's sitting in the chamber like, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait.
She's good, man. I'm glad she's doing this whole new thing or whatever. But hey, I like Nikki Cross. The only thing, Natalia, she done her thing, but it was all around good match, man. All
right, but yeah, that was it was a good match. I enjoyed it, and pretty much, I think we both agreed that Asuka was going to come out on top.
Yeah. It was a given from the jump, man. Everybody knew what that was going to happen. But just like I said, all around good match. The women performed. We had Carmella. She was doing her number, but I could have probably done without Raquel in there.
Yeah.
She just I think she's another one that needs to just. This is not her.
Yeah, her match the night that Charlotte got the SmackDown title back, she had the match against Ronda Rousey. And she looked really good in that match.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just because
she was up against Ronda.
She was up against Ronda, or what, but she was not a standout in this match at all.
No. I mean, that's all she's like another woman that she just broad strength. You know what I mean?
I mean, she does have the strength for sure.
Yeah. So that's all she's really in there for, but oh God. We're going to talk about that. You want to go ahead and go to Brock?
Yeah,
Bobby?
We'll go ahead and talk about
We'll just
Brock
go
and
down
Bobby.
the list. I don't know.
I have to say it was looking like it was going to be the typical big-ass super heavyweight fight.
Big man match.
And I said going into that match, I said these matches always either go one of two ways. Either it's going to be extremely boring and not worth a watch, or it's going to be actually good.
Yeah.
And there's never an in between with these kind of matches like this. Like with Brock and Goldberg in the way back when. The only saving grace from that match was Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Who laid them both out with the stunner.
Yeah. I think that was the only saving grace with this one though is they gave it a C-. It's like I don't understand why, he did. I guess he wanted to win. I mean, if he was going to let Bobby win, he's going to do it by DQ. He didn't want to be passed out by Bobby. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
But just the whole ending is crazy. Okay, Bobby 2 F5, one through the table. Then he does it to the referee. And it's like, okay, where the hell is this leading up to? But we do got some speculations of who Brock will be facing at Mania probably.
And that's what I was hoping to see after Bray, came out the night before and made his comments. I was expecting to see something out of him at the end of this match.
Yeah.
But instead, and it's becoming more and more typical, we got another temper tantrum from Brock. Now, it was fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, great to watch. Great for TV.
Becoming a little more typical. I mean, he got eliminated from the Rumble
through
a tantrum.
Threw a whole damn table in the ring.
He had to kick Bobby in the nuts, so he didn't lose, but still lost. Threw a tantrum.
Bobby's really always had his number, though.
Even the referee caught one from him. So I won't say it was a complete disappointment, but it was.
Right. Yeah, it just wasn't. Was expecting more.
I don't really know what I was expecting out of that match, to be honest. I
didn't
have a whole lot of interest into it until Bray came out and said, hey, whoever wins had better run.
You know who this Brock, it just came to me, the Brock and Bobby match just now. Mm-hmm. Okay, I was remember the match, they were just doing their finisher. You know what I mean? It was spear. That was almost like an exact replica of Goldberg Brock when the latest one, not the older days.
Yeah.
When Goldberg beat him. And he hit him with those spears. Remember? It was like, spear. And I didn't ask you that. Was just like, well, have I seen this before?
Where
have I seen this before?
It was definitely reminiscent.
Yeah. And it was kind of like, okay, we really don't have much to do with this, so let's just, find something to go with it,
Yeah.
I don't know, but.
And again, I felt myself not being able to be invested in that match just up until the night before when I find out, okay, well, whoever wins is in deep doo-doo because they have to fight some version of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know what version it's going to be.
Yeah, nobody knows what version that's going to be because what did he say? He finally got control over himself and his
he's finally back
his
to
family.
control.
He's in control of his family now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah. Man,
we got the grit couple,
That's
Edge
right,
and Beth
dude.
Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley from the Judgment Day.
hands down, a great match.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Beth Phoenix come out looking like a beast. She still got it, brother.
Yeah.
She's more ripped than Edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's got a better damn physique than Edge.
And I said while we was watching it, I said, if anybody I would want to see in a mixed gender match like this, it would have to be Beth and Rhea Ripley because them two.
You already know how I feel about Rhea.
Full on go with whether it be man, woman, they can go.
Yeah,
I mean, and they're going to put on a match, and whoever they're going against, man or woman, is going to have to fight for it. It ain't going to be easy.
Rhea deserves a lot more, and and if I would love to see Beth come back on like with Edge, a Hall of Famer contract. You know what I mean? Just here or there, maybe not putting on an every day, every week show. Maybe do a couple house shows, maybe come on SmackDown once, twice a month or whatever. But, man, I would love to see more of her. I really would. And I agree with their final grade of that. A B.
A B, yeah.
That was A. Man, they sold it. Man, when they all did those.
Oh, it was good stuff. And, Edge and Beth come away with the win.
Yeah.
And Finn, as he's going back up the ramp, is just screaming, "I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!" Rumors are going around that the final thing between Edge and Finn Balor.
I'll be so glad when this is over.
Would be a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. I really just wanted this to be the end. To be honest,
I did too. I agree with you.
Not that I'm ever against a Hell in a Cell match, especially at WrestleMania.
Right.
But it seems like because of injuries and this and that, this rivalry has taken way too long.
Exactly. That's why I just said I hope finally, man, this gets over with, dude. And just speaking of, Hell in a Cell's case, I really wish they would do like a flashback of like just one pay-per-view where they bring back the old steel cages. Remember the blue ones?
The blue ones, yes.
God, those are the great ones, dude.
Yes.
I wish they would do like a throwback PLE or whatever, and it's like all old school style wrestlings. Let's get some damn Saturday night main events up there, and let's get some
the old blue cage. That's
in your house. I miss the old little house shows on the regular weekdays. What we got?
We got the men's elimination.
All right, I'm just gonna cut you off right there. I'm just gonna say, hey, Montez Ford, when he climbed to the top of that elimination chamber, dude, did that splash off of it. Yeah, I see bigger things coming from Montez Ford. There has to be more going on with him because he wins, gets into the Elimination Chamber match. His buddy doesn't. I just see something else coming out of this. All right. So where was I was talking about
Elimination Chamber.
Men's
for the United States Championship.
Yes, sir. And I, you know what? I totally forgot. I forgot Logan Paul came out.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the big tweet about that one.
But
Logan
Mr.
Paul.
Theory won in Theory fashion.
Oh, of course. But all in all, that was a really good match.
It was, man.
Priest put on a hell of a show.
Yeah,
always impressed with Damian Priest.
Always, dude. I'm a fan. And we got Bronson Reed, doing his big powerhouse shit. But
that is a big bastard.
Montez Ford, brother.
Oh man, Montez. Yeah, let's go there.
Dude is unbelievable, man. For him to climb up, I was like, because I think I just joking around. We was watching it. I was like, go to the top, Montez, and he is going hard.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, we was watching, and he started climbing on the cage a little bit. And, and Chris did. He said, I would like to see him go all the way up to the hole at the top and jump down. And he went almost all the way.
Yeah. I was what the? I thought he was going to hang by his feet, but he just kind of did like you do at a playground. Yeah. How you would pull your legs up and do like a flip. And that's what he did, dude.
Yeah. That was so cool.
The splash, I was like, whoa.
Another one of my favorite spots in that match, they were over at the pod and they're fighting on the sides. Gargano's on one side, Seth is on the other, and they get to the top of the pod, and both of them
are just sitting there,
are like breathing for a second, and it's like, oh hey, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh hey, it's you.
They lean back, act like you're going to talk.
They they relaxed for 2 seconds, but Seth, never going to let an opportunity slide.
No, smack the hell out of Gargano.
Oh my God, you heard it. Wow.
Yeah,
man.
I think I was waiting for Graves, man. I just love when Gargano's in the ring and Graves the announcer.
Oh Lord,
dude, he's always got something to say about Gargano, dude. It's awesome. But Seth, I really thought, but they left those doors open way too long. And any real wrestling fan knows. We were calling it the whole time. Doors open. Definitely doors open way too long. They didn't shut the door. Oh, here we go. Hey, and Logan Paul.
Probably had we followed along and really paid attention to some of the comments made on Raw and stuff, we'd have probably nailed it on the head. With
now that you said it, I remember when Seth, when he was talking, he was on Miz TV.
Yeah.
Hey, he was talking about Logan Paul we're not going to spend time talking, like we're not going to talk about certain wrestlers anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what he feels about Logan Paul. Yeah,
because the Miz was really poking and jabbing at Rollins about the Logan Paul thing.
Yeah.
Eliminating him at the Rumble. So
I'm glad that, that's typical Miz fashion. That's what Miz does.
And once again, being on the road to WrestleMania, that's a WrestleMania match set up if I ever seen one.
Yeah. They're going to I don't know who he's impressed, but he's impressed me. I'm not going to lie. Logan Paul, he's a good wrestler. He's getting there. For the short time he's been doing it.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, I enjoy Logan.
I don't know where they're going to go with him. I don't know if he's going to have like some permanent fixture, but if that's the case, he needs to start showing up every week. And not just surprising.
I'd like to see kind of a little bit more if he's really going to.
Instead of just like PLEs, you know what I mean? He'll show up.
That's why there was no way I was ever going to get behind the fact that he could take that belt off Roman.
Oh, fuck no. Not ever, dude.
You're not here. You're not. It's not going to happen. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
That was some killer spots. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he does. He pulls out the hangman finisher.
He really showed up, but I knew he wasn't going to get that belt.
No, man. Who got there? Oh,
speaking of that belt. The big match.
Moment, hey. Hell of a match, dude.
That was.
Can we just, before we start talking about, man, kudos, Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? Hey, brother, you gave it all you had. Hey, and that's all you can really ask for, man. If you just went out there and just got pummeled out the first spear and just this dude went out. He put his heart on the line, and yeah.
And I got to say, this new era in WWE, keeps me on my toes, because there was times in this match that I thought, I don't know how this is going to end.
Yeah,
I thought I did. I thought at the beginning, I knew for a fact. I know Sammy's not getting this belt.
I know it did,
man.
When I had to step away for a minute, dude, and you come running through, and I saw you thought, I was like, oh my God, did Sammy just win this fucking title? I was like, what happened, Josh? What happened, Josh?
I had to pause it and run catch up to him because
I was like, did he win? No way.
Jimmy had gotten knocked back out of the ring, but now.
That's going to be a whole nother storyline, brother. That's going to be a whole new storyline about to happen. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll get a little glimpse of tomorrow.
No, we won't, because they're teasing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm hoping.
And honestly, because tomorrow is Raw, I don't know if
we'll see the Bloodline. They're on Raw too.
They should be.
Well, I'm hoping maybe we'll probably have like an interlocking of, Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then hopefully we need to talk about if Paul Heyman was really just trying to save his own ass.
Yeah.
Or was he so scared he was blurting out the truth when he was saying that he always wanted to be with Kevin and he don't really, talking about Roman before he got his ass stunned. Paul Heyman is Paul Heyman. When he sees like shit's about to change, he's going to jump ship. You know what I mean? Brock and Roman and everything else. So... I liked it. I wonder what they gave that match, man. He had give it to Roman too, dude. He took what? Blue Thunder. He took 2 haluva kicks. He took the corner bomb, the thing. Well, I can't remember what he calls that, dude. What's he doing when he Blue Thunder bomb? When he throws him into the corner.
As an exploder.
Yeah, exploder. I'm having a brain fart. Sorry, but what they get an A. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, that was definitely a killer match, and It was a reminder of why we love wrestling because, man, on toes the whole time, could not relax.
You know, and we go back to also saying to us like, oh man, WWE. Once they become champion, there you don't see them. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you said, but give it to Roman. Even though he'll come out talk some shit during the month, maybe a match here, but when those PLEs, brother, he shows up and shows out.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, he is one of the greatest of his generation, man. I'm telling you. And WWE knows what they're doing when they've got them titles on him. They know they're pulling in that ching-ching, right now from him.
Yeah.
And he's pulling in that ching-ching as well. But Roman shows up, man. And I didn't really care for him back in the day with the whole Shield era.
Well, so in the Shield, yes. The Shield, he was the powerhouse. He was the one that they picked the guy up. He did the power bomb. When the Shield kind of broke, and we could tell, but WWE wanted Roman.
Yeah.
Everybody else wanted Seth and Dean.
Yeah.
We've seen Roman power bombs, Roman Superman punches. We've seen Roman do what Roman does.
He's come a long way, man. Even on his mic skills. Remember when he couldn't even talk on that mic, dude? It was horrible listening to him, like listening to womp, 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 you know?
But that's what. But WWE was not listening to what they wanted, so it was shoving Roman down our throats.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to see that. This is what I want to see, but you're not letting me. You're giving me this guy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got the potential, but that's not how I want to see him.
Everybody loves Seth. Everybody loves Dean. You know what I mean? But I like the smart decision in the long run.
And they figured it out. And unfortunately, they figured it out. All right, so they figured it out, and they had Roman going really strong, and his
was it the leukemia?
Leukemia come back.
I hate that for him.
He had to stop.
Yeah,
and it really hurt his push.
Yeah,
and that was nothing out of his control. It was nothing under WWE's control. But it was like, okay, but not to be insensitive, it gave them exactly what they needed to get him over. Yeah, because when he came back, man, it hit hard.
I know it did.
It was exciting, and I was like, I'm ready to see Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I'm ready to see Roman.
Because he beats damn leukemia and comes back. That's a story in itself.
But now you get the opportunity to see. All right, this guy he's not giving up.
Right.
Loves this business so much, and you saw the passion in his promos when he had to come out and say, "My leukemia is back, and I gotta go." Yeah. And the passion when he come back and told everybody, "I'm in remission." That's when you see a totally different person. Yeah. And we got the real man, and that's
what I was about to say. It's when you see the human behind the character. You know what I mean? Yeah. You see the real person behind Roman Reigns. Especially when they come out, you can tell they're really talking from the heart. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm in remission. I remember it, man. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's fine. And hell, even his goodbye was like, golly. That's like, when did the last time we saw Dean? Yeah, that's the last time we saw Mox too, didn't we? Because that was shortly after, because Mox had jumped ship after that,
right? Mox jumped after he came back because they had the whole Shield reunion. Before Mox left.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
But that's how they was able to use that and in a good way to get everyone behind Roman, because at this point you can actually connect with Roman, and you wanted to see this. Yeah, and even when he switched from face Roman to heel Roman, you're still like, this dude's good either way. Love it.
He looks the look, he walks the talk. You know what I mean? He walks the walk, he looks the look. You know what I mean? He does it, man. He sells it.
But we said we was going to go to Japan this episode, and
let's take a flight.
I think when we said this last week, first off, we didn't know what we were getting into, and second off, we didn't take into effect that we had Elimination Chamber the night before. We were going to go deep dive into Japan.
There's a lot going on in Japan. You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to get into Japan. We're going to talk about what we've got going. We're not done with Japan after this episode.
No.
There's so much, and we could not fit it all in here. So we're definitely going to come back and really look at what's going on.
We will.
over there.
We're going to jump it off though with New Japan with our girl, man, Sasha.
Oh,
Hey, she's already the
Mercedes
queen.
Moné.
Exactly. She's already the queen of IWGP. And they said, I'm going to have a chance to watch it because, you just can't turn on the TV here and watch, New Japan wrestling. But it was a really good match. But I think the kicker, too, is that Bayley was there. Bayley was in the audience, right? Ringside. But, excuse me, they put a mask on her, right? Because she didn't want to take away from Mercedes.
Oh.
But she said that she was so excited and the match was so good that she just said, fuck it. She took the match off and they said she stood the whole time, dude, right there at ringside and watched Mercedes get down and win that title because they're best friends.
Oh, yeah. Been that way for a long time.
And, and there was a lot of talk too, man, that before Bayley did make her return at SummerSlam, that she was going to ride with Sasha somewhere. You know what I mean? All right, so Bayley was just saying how that somebody had a lot of speculation before she did come back to WWE that she was going to be somewhere around Sasha, but they had another big thing that went on down there, and that was we had Eddie Kingston against Jay White.
Against Jay White, yep.
And loser leaves completely. Yeah. Leaves New Japan completely. Because, yes, Jay White did lose against, I can't remember his name. But he was done with New Japan over there.
Yeah, so that was Hikuleo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he lost over there at...
But if he lost to Eddie, he couldn't do no more New Japan stuff. So he did lose, and now we're wondering,
where's Jay White going to go?
Yeah, I'm hoping he goes where I hope he goes. I'm hoping he goes to AEW.
Yeah,
but a lot of people are saying WWE because me and you talked about it briefly, walking through that. Finn is basically the one who got him his start. Him and Shinsuke.
He's got connections both places, so I just feel like he'll be used better.
There's so many rumors going around right now, man. I mean, you got this guy wanting to go to WWE, and so maybe if he does go, well, these three people do jump to WWE, will Jay White follow them, or maybe he's holding out for wherever these other people's contracts go? I don't know. But
talking about Mercedes, so
yes,
she came out at the end of Okada's match.
Yeah,
the Rainmaker. Now he's still the champ. He won his match against
Lord,
I knew it earlier. Hiroshi Tanahashi.
There you go.
Which is another amazing athlete.
Yeah.
So he wins, and he actually wants, kind of offers a hand to Tanahashi. Let's put our tag team back together. I got room for another belt.
Yeah. You can always wear another title.
But I guess Mercedes came out and interrupted that and said it makes more sense for the champ and the CEO to be a team.
Yeah. I like her. I like her. She's got it. She's got the gimmick. She's got everything needs to go to get far here.
But there's so much going on over there. I know.
Dude, there is, man.
Let's see. Where's that?
See, like right there. NJOA. It's like that New Japan of America.
Yeah.
See, that was Jay White's stipulation.
That's where the.
I know that because if he lost, because he was still able to perform in New Japan of America.
Because when he lost to Hikuleo, he couldn't perform in Japan anymore.
Yeah,
that was loser leaves Japan. Now he gone over here and lost to Eddie Kingston.
Yeah,
of all people, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it because I was about to say it. I was like,
but so yeah, now we're up in the air on it. But there's so many. If you go down. Looking, I'm going to pull up Noah here in a second as well. It's more Japan.
Yeah.
But the roster over here, of course, I'm just going to go with Okada because I'll butcher that name. I know I will.
Yeah.
But IWGP World Heavyweight Champion
Takahashi
as the junior heavyweight. That dude's a badass. There's your boy Kenny Omega. He's the World TV title.
No, sir. United States. He's the United States champion.
That's up top. My bad.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. is the World TV champion.
Oh, he won last night, too.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Tama Tonga as the never open weight. Now, we looked into the never open weight stuff and the strong. So, the strong champions are the ones for America.
Yeah.
Oh, this hadn't been updated yet.
Yeah.
It still shows Kyrie as the women's champ.
Oh, yeah. So she was the first champion.
IWGP women's. And see, that's what maybe, because there's no telling. There could have been a totally different name for the women's title. That's what I've been noticing.
Guns won.
The Motor City Machine Guns.
They won.
Talked about them last week in the tag team. They're still the strong open weight tag team champions. Now, when it says strong in front of it, that's the New Japan Strong over here in the United States.
Yeah.
Look at here. Minoru Suzuki. That dude's a soldier right there.
Oh, yeah.
But on their roster, they've got names like Machine Gun Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows. They're still over there. Let's see, what else can we find? Brody King is still listed on their roster. Now again, I don't know how often this is updated because, like I said, is that Daniel Garcia?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I thought that. Look, Clark Connors, Chris Bay.
Of course, he's part of Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Let's see.
David Finlay did some crazy stuff out there last night too.
He came out after the match and attacked Jay White.
Yeah.
Which is kind of odd that he would come out after the fact and attack him.
Yeah.
Unless it's setting up for him versus someone in the Bullet Club or something. I'm not sure. That's Eddie El Fantasmo. That dude's kind of wild. I've seen some of his stuff. This guy Evil, that's his name, Evil.
Yeah.
He's pretty badass. I've seen his stuff. I like Evil. There's Hikuleo. I'm probably butchering that name too.
Yeah.
Great O'Khan. It's just crazy, all these people on here. Yeah, let's see. Jay White's still on there. Oh, excuse me. John Moxley, of course. There's Juice Robinson.
I like Juice Robinson, dude.
Yeah, Juice Robinson's something else. Okada. Kushida. Oh, man. We talked about Kushida.
Yeah.
This dude's amazing.
Haven't really seen nothing after.
He is part of something on one. I don't remember if it was something with All Japan or Noah, but he's part of something coming up that I saw. A big 6-man. Lance Archer. Leo Rush. Okay. I'm not going there right now. I'm just not going to do it. Mercedes Moné. The roster over here is amazing.
The good thing about that, I've noticed about Japan, is that you'll see a lot of these wrestlers, and that's good they get them started over there. And I've said it a lot of times, these wrestlers who have traveled the world, you know what I mean, Japan, Mexico,
sure.
They got way more talent, dude, than these just people who, I like him too.
This guy right here, I'm going to use him to move on to Noah because he's got a big thing coming up for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Under the Noah, Pro Wrestling Noah promotion. Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah.
This guy.
He can go, brother.
I like this guy a lot.
He can go. Let me tell you right now.
I like him a lot. Let me switch over here to Noah. I've already got the roster pulled up.
Oh my God, Mohammed! What? Oh, that's you're going because you got old Muto over there.
Yeah, that's just where Muto's.
Muto, yeah.
So Naito and Muto are fighting in one of Muto's last matches this Tuesday.
I like how if you roll back up real quick. Look, you got the great Muto right there, and then you got him right there.
And Muto. This was something interesting. Actually, you pointed this out to me the other day when we were looking at these rosters. Let me click on one. Oh, wow. That's
White Messenger. Whoa.
On their... Of course, I picked...
Yeah, their blood types and stuff.
I picked the one that doesn't have it.
Right. That's all good.
These websites are a little difficult to maneuver because obviously they're in Japanese, so I'm having to translate it. through Google, but not everything translates. Obviously, let's check this guy.
But yeah, they give their blood type. They
blood
give
type B. Of course, their height is in centimeters and their weight's in kilograms.
Yeah.
Hey, 1, 2, 3 kilograms, 123.
Signature moves, Sukul Death Brand, and Death Spanish. Huh. Debut match. Oh man, they 90. Wow.
But a lot of these guys, when you're looking at their stats for in Japan, all have an affiliation team.
Oh yeah.
And there's so much we've got to continue looking at in Japan, and
we've known about the wrestlers and the performers, but we haven't got into deep about what that man. There's so much going on in Japan.
This one I'm struggling with on All Japan, because I even trying to translate their website, it's still just tough. But I think these are the three biggest promotions over there: is All Japan, New Japan, and Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of crossover in all of them. A lot of them go to all of them. So the contracts and stuff over in Japan obviously work differently than.
They don't have a lockdown on them. I don't think they're locked down as much as they are with, say, WWE. You know what I mean? If you're in WWE, buddy, you're locked. You can't do no side matches, indie shows, or nothing.
But something else I wanted to talk about when we're talking about Japan is Onita's FMW from back in the 90s now. You're going way back.
Okay.
Now, that is where, when you look at Cactus Jack's and Sabu's Japan matches, those super violent barbed wire, exploding barbed wire matches and stuff, that's where that stuff originated.
Okay.
So when Mox and Kenny Omega, one of Kenny's failures, by the way, is that exploding death match.
Oh, yeah.
It was so bad. That's where that idea came from, though, was Onita's FMW. And they recently did a Dark Side of the Ring episode. Well, I say recently. I don't know when it came out. It's probably been a while. I just was struggling for something to watch and found it on my DVR. But, that was nuts over there. Wow. They had I guess what in America we call an inferno match, but the whole place was on fire. Sabu was in it. Onita. Oh crap! Sabu's uncle. Oh, I'm so stupid.
But, I could call him like drawing.
Oh, I'm so mad. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Watch.
All right.
I feel so stupid, right? The Sheik.
Idiot.
Anyway, so the Sheik actually caught fire and suffered some either second or third degree burns in that match.
Damn.
And he was on. The rest of them saw that the fire was getting out of hand because everything was on fire, and they saw it getting out of hand. They got out of the ring, but Sheik didn't, and he was like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" And then he finally got out. But by the time he got out, it was bad. He had a lot of burns.
Damn.
There was a lot of bad stuff happened in those matches because you got to think when they do a hardcore or death match, Texas death match. We got one coming up today. If you really look into logistics, there's a lot of health regulations and stuff they really look at.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. I mean, first off, you're in Japan.
Yeah.
Their regulations are totally different.
Way different.
If you're in Japan in the 90s, where there's just really probably none, it's a totally different world. And they were bleeding and burning on a regular basis. It was wild. That's a good watch if you ever get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, they all got different things going on over there, so... Yeah,
but, we're going to keep visiting Japan and
for sure, man.
We got a lot of different pay-per-views and stuff we're wanting to look into and get a hold of. So,
still looking in other little promotions, some indies, and
I thought we had a lot here in the States, and for them to be quite a bit smaller, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
How much wrestling is happening over there.
New Japan's been around a long
and it's the style is so much different.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I know it.
Oh, man.
I like it. I remember that's why I said that's when I started liking, all them. When I just happened to come across a New Japan on TV, and I was like, "Whoa, this is amazing."
Well, what got me, and I've always known about New Japan, but I'll be honest, when I think of Japan, that's what always come back to mind was Cactus Jack. There was all the bloody, violent matches that they have in Japan because they didn't have the rules that we have over here.
Yeah.
So and of course, as I get older, I learned that about New Japan Pro Wrestling, and there's good stuff going on there, but I don't have access to anything weekly, and
of course,
I don't have disposable income to get every pay-per-view.
Right.
So, but I see on Facebook, what?
Yeah.
Chris Jericho showed up in New Japan.
Yeah, I know it.
What?
I
what?
Know. That was cool. That was cool.
Now, ahead of that, though, I did have a buddy back home send me a 45-minute match of Okada and Kenny Omega.
Yes, sir.
One of the best matches ever.
Yeah, I know.
So I knew there was good matches going on before Jericho, but
best of 3 match, I think.
That convinced me. Okay, I'm getting this Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
To see this. And through that, I got what their version of the network was. I had it for a while.
Yeah.
And there was so much on there. Of course, I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that this guy's freaking cool. I like this guy.
Yeah.
Man, these matches are awesome.
I liked it, man. I liked it.
But
I like the whole thing. I like just everything about them is different. Even after the match, before the match, the interviews, the post, the conferences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like it, man. Red Shoes and all them.
All Red Shoes, yep.
Yeah, they got a lot of things going on for them over there, and it's just doing them getting better because they're just getting more and more stars.
And we're gonna find better avenues to get even more information and keep coming at you with more from Japan and everything going on here as much as we can.
We'll be digging into it all.
We're gonna have to dig down into, like we said, looking at indie promotions. Got to dig down into Mexico. We got AAA. We got MLW. Get some luchadors going.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do.
So
I mean, it's a never-ending process now. We're always looking into new promotions and trying to bring everybody the best content we can bring. News and stuff like that.
We've got some good ideas for some episodes coming up. We've got not the next episode, but the one after that. We actually have a guest, our first guest.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be really cool.
Hopefully everything goes well with that, but we'll keep everybody updated on that, and everybody will be able to see what they need to see, like on our Facebook pages and Instagram will be up running, and
that's where you'll get the most information. Hit us on Facebook and check us because we share everything on there as much as we can.
Yep.
So. With that, we are just about to run out of time. I do want to end this and apologize. We had some audio issues.
Yeah.
Some dog issues.
Some outside interference.
Outside interference. Illegal object. Hey, illegal object.
It's all good. Still part of the learning curve. You know what I mean?
But we're still getting there. We're still early on. Don't have a real studio, so. But that's all we got for you today. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on everything you find us on.